Kejriwal, the modern version of Subhash Bose. Why am I saying this? Because his nature of leadership and his ideas closely resemble what we find from the writing of Subhash Chandra Bose when he was active in Indian politics. Soon after being released from Tihar jail, Mr. Kejriwal has mobilized his Aam Aadmi Party and wasted no time in offering 10 guarantees to his countrymen. These guarantees clearly outline benefits he and his party intend to implement throughout the nation. These are not empty words. The partial effect of these guarantees in real life setting is already visible in Delhi and Punjab, where they have formed government. Despite savage resistance from Modi government, they have succeeded in implementing their ideas. He also appeals to the people of India to help make it possible for India coalition to form a stable government at the center, replacing BJP, and thus make it possible to implement such guarantees at the national level. Let's take a listen to his presentation.
केजरीवाल यही है, कहीं नहीं जा रहा। तो केजरीवाल की गारंटी पूरी करने की गारंटी केजरीवाल लेता है। 10 गारंटी क्या है मैं एक एक करके बताता हूं। सबसे पहली गारंटी है, देश के अंदर 24 घंटे बिजली का इंतजाम करेंगे। कैसे करेंगे? हमारे देश में 3 लाख मेगावाट बिजली प्रोड्यूस करने की क्षमता है, कैपेसिटी है। देश की पीक डिमांड, गर्मियों के अंदर पीक डिमांड देश की सबसे ज्यादा डिमांड होती है 2 लाख मेगावाट। तो आज हमारा देश जितनी बिजली पैदा कर रहा है, पैदा कर सकता है, जितनी डिमांड है उससे कहीं ज्यादा बिजली पैदा करने की हमारी क्षमता है। लेकिन मेरे घर के अंदर फिर भी पावर कट लग रहे हैं। क्यों? मैनेजमेंट खराब है। दिल्ली में भी यही हाल था, पंजाब में भी यही हाल था। बिजली तो थी लेकिन मैनेजमेंट खराब था। हमने मैनेजमेंट ठीक करके दिल्ली में भी 24 घंटे बिजली का इंतजाम किया, पंजाब में भी किया, देश में भी करके दिखा सकते हैं क्योंकि हमें एक्सपीरियंस है। देश के गरीब लोगों को बिजली मुफ्त दी जाएगी। दिल्ली में करके दिखाई, पंजाब में करके दिखाई, पूरे देश के अंदर फ्री कर सकते हैं। 1.25 लाख करोड़ रुपए का खर्चा आएगा। एक ही कैलकुलेशन करके लाया हूं मैं हवा में गारंटी नहीं देता। केजरीवाल की गारंटी एक ब्रांड है मार्केट के अंदर।
Mr. Kejriwal guarantees schooling, healthcare facilities, and the supply of utilities like drinking water and electricity to the entire nation at little or no cost. The way he is quoting data shows these are well thought out plans. Even more so because they have already implemented similar guarantees in Delhi and Punjab. His promises do not sound like empty election stunts. I myself have 20 years experience with implementation of heavy duty international projects. I can see the worth of the promises Mr. Kejriwal is presenting. His promises to the nation. The statistical data he is quoting clearly shows that his presentation is based on thorough and methodical homework. He knows and understands that he commands the knowledge, he has control and the leadership required to implement these guarantees. He also seems to understand once in the central government, he should be able to mobilize the financial and technical resources required for these guarantees. Above all, his team has the will and the know-how to check corruption, which is the main stumbling block of implementation of all social welfare projects of the past years and now. Kind of education and healthcare system Mr. Kejriwal's government has implemented and its visible result in Delhi and Punjab is of special significance. If 145 crore people of India are exposed to the quality of schooling and healthcare, Mr. Kejriwal is contemplating that achievement alone will place India at the forefront of the world politics. Right from the beginning, Mr. Kejriwal has been emphasizing the importance of making international standard of schooling and healthcare available to the masses, since it is the prerequisite for nation building. In this presentation itself, Mr. Kejriwal has emphasized the importance of schooling and healthcare for the whole nation. His thought process and his entourage is the main strength of his leadership and his party's success. In the life of a given nation, this kind of leadership comes once in many centuries. It may be too early today to praise the quality of Aam Aadmi Party and its leadership in superlative terms. Yet it must be remembered, the bud of a rose also releases fragrance, however faint. Just 3 to 4 centuries ago, India's contribution to the world GDP was more than 30%, which was brought down to just 2% when British transferred power in 1947 after 2 centuries of continuous plunder with the help of local renegade Maharajas. Given India's 5,000 to 8,000 years of glorious history, her human resources are already conditioned to reach the world standard in all respect. That India is currently showing marginal success in economic growth and political influence in the world is not because of, but in spite of her substandard, corrupt, and incompetent political leadership. The achievements, however marginal it may be, is solely the byproduct of India's quality of human resources. According to Mr. Kejriwal's own postulation, superior quality schooling is the key element of nation building. Let there be no miscalculation. Transformation of India's 145 crore human resources from its current role of appendage of the West to the role of a formidable technological competitor is very possible as the nation becomes exposed to the kind of schooling and healthcare that has already been implemented in Delhi and Punjab. If India as a nation is exposed to similar education and healthcare, the whole world will be transformed. That will also give rise to fierce competition with Anglo-American West, which the West cannot and will not accept lying down. Therefore, resistance through media warfare, waging negative propaganda against India, like it was before the 70s, will be the natural outcome of India's transformation. That would signify political leadership of India is steering the nation towards her well-deserved position of power and glory. On the other hand, if the West continues to position India by inflating her non-existent economic growth and prosperity, which is happening now. That will be indicative of continuation of India's subservient role as an appendage of the West. Today, on the eve of 18th election, India as a nation is standing at a crossroad. A victory of the India coalition with Aam Aadmi Party as one of the main participants may mark the beginning of that historical transformation. Time will tell in which direction Aam Aadmi Party and India are heading. If you like what you see and hear, please subscribe